Hello, so welcome to the third vlog video of PyPub progress. Not much has changed in terms of features, but there are some neat features that I've added recently, so let's talk about that. First thing is we have about 180 problems, so the problem number is growing rapidly. I'm trying to add at least 5 problems a day, and it's been quite a challenge. So last video was about 20 days ago, and it had like 40 problems. So how much is that? Like 140 divided by 20 is like 7 problems a day. So I think that's a pretty good number. And let's go to the problem section first. So now I've added a search filter. So you can just do like sum, and then it will just search every problem that has sum in it, or just do like prime or something, and then recursion, and then it just searches by the title, like these names essentially. So not much, just filtering options, right? So, and also I've added a query parameter sync. So you can just send this to your friend or whatever and share this, and then they would actually see this exact window that you are seeing. So if I click refresh, it would actually have recursion and then all the problems filtered, right? So that's pretty cool. And the sorting is also in the query parameter as well. So you can just do this, and then it syncs to the query parameter. Even the pages are also going to be part of the query parameter. So you can just send this, share this, and then they would actually see what's going on. So that's pretty cool. Besides that, I don't think there is much on the list problems section. So this was it. And on the paths, I don't think there was much in here either. I just added a bunch of new paths like recursion, dynamic programming, and recursion is basically, I think, done for the most part, like for the introduction section at least. There are like 19 problems. It's, pretty cool problem. I've spent a lot of time building these problems. And dynamic program is going to be a challenge for sure. I'm going to do that later, but now I'm focusing on basics, strings, set and dictionary, and arrays. So these four are basically my focus. And I think the learning the basics is also pretty much done, and I have to go through each of them again to just make sure like everything looks clean, no obvious grammar mistakes or whatever, and like the solutions are neat, that sort of thing. And then I'll move on to strings and arrays. I think dictionary is also, problems are pretty good, and I just have to sort these problems into the appropriate chapters, and that's pretty much going to be it. So yeah, so paths is that. I don't think I've added much in the path section. Excuse me. Right, so on the leaderboard, I don't think it's changed. Leaderboard is the same. I think the only thing that's changed is the number of users that we have. This is going to show top 100 users. So we haven't reached top 100 yet, but users are growing rapidly. But I haven't advertised this site that much. So I just made like one Reddit post, basically, like maybe two Reddit posts advertising this, and people seem to really like it. And then they joined our Discord chat, and we've been going back and forth, receiving feedbacks, giving feedbacks, and implementing the feature requests and sort of thing. So you can also go to the Discord chat and add your feature request as well. So I've added a roadmap page in here. So this is basically like if you're a beginner and don't know which path to learn. So this is going to be like your path names, essentially, like learning the basics. You can go to paths and then learning the basics path, right? So, and then after that, you just learn strings, arrays, set dictionary, and then after these four, this is what I call it, like the basic four paths that you would get. I think if you learn this, I think you're pretty much all set for at least in terms of like easy coding interviews or like general coding understanding. You can go to data science with this knowledge, right? I don't think like if you learn these four, you pretty much know Python, and it's gonna be good for like data science field for sure. I think I don't think you would need to learn anything else. Oh, for sure you have to learn their libraries, right? Like pandas, numpy, or whatever. But at least if you want to get like Python's understanding, like these four would be more than enough. And these would be your like medium, like or hard problem section, right? Obviously, I haven't added much sections here. I mean, much paths here, but I will add it in the future. So right now, I'm just focusing on these four paths, and I will try to make this like clicking in here would go to the path, right? So that's that. And it's been a challenge to make this responsive. Like these um, lines are actually like curves that I draw with SVG, and um, making it responsive to mobiles and stuff like that has been quite a challenge. So I had to learn how to draw these lines by hand. So that's pretty much it for this one. So add problem section, I've added this print section. So in print, what this allows to do is, you check your code against print statements. So right now, I mean, before we didn't actually check the print statements, we just accepted it, whatever it is. So now it will actually check your print statements if the problem asks you to print something, right? So this is going to be huge help for like the beginning of problems, right? So for example, like hello world, the first problem, if you print something other than hello world, then it will just, not going to accept it. So that's good. So let's just demonstrate that real quick. So if I do like this is the very first problem, right? So I can do hello world and then submit it, and then it will get accepted. That's good. But if I do like this, then it won't get accepted. And then you can actually see your print is this, expected print is that. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, I've spent a lot of time to implement this feature also, and I have been using this thing for lots of problems, and it's been pretty good. Right. All right. So other than that, I don't think there is much to it. The profile section is pretty much the same, and submissions, yeah, I think they're all basically the same. Yeah, that's about it. And hopefully on the next update, I will be finished with these four paths, and I'll have more users and stuff like that, and move on to the next path, such as like linked list or tree or graphs or whatever. I'm pretty excited about that. So, right, see you later.